Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jordan Ross. I'm a senior at Jackson State. Welcome to my TED Talk. Today we'll be talking about why we value over price, and why price is very minuscule when we're looking at why people actually buy something. So let me ask you something. Why do you buy something? And can you remember the last time you bought something based on value and why you thought it was going to work long term versus just how much it costs, and if it was just something cheap or a lower price? Because I can think of a million different times where I went and bought something that cost more because I knew that it would work. For instance, when I went and bought a new video game version of 2K, when you're talking about the $100 version, which I bought, versus the $75 version that's available to everybody else, just like the 100. But the reason I bought the 100 is because the 100 comes with many more options, and after a month or two of me playing, I will still receive value from that $100 version. Or when my car broke down and going through reviews where I could have picked the cheapest mechanic, however, I went and picked the most expensive mechanic due to the point I want my car to be fixed and know that my car is fixed. A lot of times people don't make decisions based on how much something costs. And this isn't something that's only relative to someone like me who's in business and sales. This is something that I realized learning in class. Going over need analysis is just something that everybody does, whether they know it or not, when they're making a purchase. Everybody thinks about what is work regardless of how much it costs. So that's honestly the main problem, is something that you might deal with on your own, and it's essentially you don't even understand it. Is the fact that a lot of people that sell only think a customer cares about a price, so they go boom, hey, here's this discount, boom, here's this lower price, hey, this is how much this costs, when a customer doesn't even know why they're buying it or what this will do for them a month after this purchase. Value, when you think about value, you think about reliability, you think about trust, confidence, and you tend to want to ignore anything that leaves you with a feeling of regret. Let me give you something. For example, when you have seller A, well, like I was talking about discounts, I'm selling you this, let's say a car, and I'm selling you this car, and I tell you, hey, you have a car for 2,000, I can get this to you right now. And then I'm like, I'm a little unsure, and I didn't tell you I can give it to you for 1,500. You, that seller, is primarily only focused on the price and thinks that the price is what's going to draw you all in. However, seller B now starts and says, hey, why are you looking for a car? Have you ever had a car before? Because for one, they want to know if you're a new person buying a car and you actually value a car and you know what having a car means and understanding maintenance. Because if not, then seller B goes, hey, so no, this is my first car. I'm gonna tell you why to avoid seller A, because seller A is gonna tell you to buy this 2,000 car and then drop it to 1,500. I'm gonna sell you this car for 8,000, but I promise the mileage is low. That's what you need in a new car. It passed all the Carfax and it's all up to date on service. That's what you need. If you go talk back to seller A, I have no problem, but has he even discussed the Carfax or any service history with you? And then that'll lead the customer to say, well, dang, he has it. The only thing seller A ever did was offer a price and then offer a lower value of that price, which ultimately the customer was looking for value. They're a new customer and they don't know much. So when they buying something, they want something valuable and something that's gonna last, because they have no idea how to fix a car. Why this is important to you though, bro, is bro or girl you are, I'm sorry. But why this is important to you is because you being new to sales, you'll crash and burn just trying to sell somebody based on price. Because initially customers are programmed to tell you no. Customers are programmed to, hey, leave me alone. So initially when you're selling off price and not value, you're already behind. We're gonna make this last part quick. I want you to write something down you bought, and then I want you to write down something you bought, how much it cost, and then I want you to write down why you bought it. The next week, I want you to think about, does it still work, and was this worth the price that you bought compared to something that you bought for cheaper? Write this down and actually think about it. Then I want you to look at this with your future purchases and understand this is why. That's why you pay more. Value. Value makes you strong. Don't be a discount machine. Value makes sales. Value makes sellers. value equals results.